How to fix 007 First Light Purchase, Not Verified Error Denuvo. Welcome back to Tenabalta. Today, we're diving deep into a prevalent and often frustrating issue plaguing gamers attempting to play 007 First Light. The dreaded purchase, not verified error, intrinsically linked to the Denuvo anti-tamper technology. This particular error, frequently encountered by users of shared Steam accounts, signifies a critical authentication failure preventing game launch, often displaying the message, "Your game purchase could not be verified at this time. Please wait 24 hours and try again." Denuvo is a digital rights management system designed to protect games from piracy, but its robust nature can inadvertently affect legitimate users, especially those leveraging shared digital libraries. The core of the problem often lies in Denuvo's activation limits, which restrict the number of unique hardware configurations that can authenticate a game within a 24-hour period, typically allowing only 5 activations before imposing a cooldown. Understanding this mechanism is the first step towards effectively troubleshooting and potentially resolving this persistent issue. Let's explore a comprehensive array of technical solutions to overcome this purchase, not verified hurdle, aiming for a smooth gaming experience in 007 First Light. 1. Understand Denuvo's activation limit. Denuvo imposes a strict activation limit, typically permitting a game to be launched on only 5 unique hardware configurations within a 24-hour rolling period. Exceeding this threshold, common with shared accounts, triggers the purchase not verified error, mandating a waiting period until the activation count resets. This limitation is a primary reason why shared account users frequently encounter this specific authentication challenge. 2. Implement a strategic waiting protocol. Given Denuvo's 24-hour cooldown, the most direct solution is to wait for the activation window to reset. Instead of attempting to launch the game continuously, set a specific time, such as every 4-6 hours, to check if the lock has been lifted, minimizing unnecessary attempts that might prolong the cooldown. This patient approach often resolves the issue by allowing the DRM system to naturally reset its device count. 3. Attempt offline mode activation, carefully timed. While the user Murat1 mentioned this failed initially, the timing is critical. Try launching Steam in offline mode after a prolonged waiting period, ideally 12-24 hours, and only if you successfully authenticated the game online at least once on that specific device. This method aims to bypass the online verification step if Denuvo's initial check has passed and cached locally. 4. Verify game file integrity via Steam. Corrupted or missing game files can sometimes interfere with DRM verification processes, even if indirectly. Navigate to 007 First Light in your Steam library, right-click, select Properties, then Installed Files, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. This ensures all game assets are intact and correctly installed. 5. Clear Steam download cache. A corrupted Steam download cache can sometimes lead to issues with game authentication and launch. Access Steam settings, go to the Downloads tab, and click Clear Download Cache. This action requires you to log back into Steam, potentially resolving underlying client-side data conflicts. 6. Update your Steam client. Ensure your Steam client is running the latest version, as outdated clients might have compatibility issues with newer Denuvo implementations or security updates. Steam usually updates automatically, but a manual check or restart of the client can force an update, guaranteeing optimal functionality. 7. Run Steam in-game as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can occasionally prevent games or DRM components from accessing necessary system resources or executing authentication routines. Right-click on the Steam shortcut and select Run as Administrator, then launch 007 First Light through the elevated Steam client. This elevates permissions, potentially unblocking critical operations. 8. Temporarily disable firewall and antivirus. Security software, while essential, can sometimes overzealously block legitimate game executables or Denuvo's communication with verification servers, misinterpreting them as threats. Temporarily disable your Windows firewall and any third-party antivirus software, then attempt to launch the game. Remember to re-enable them after testing. 9. Check your network connectivity and DNS. A stable internet connection is paramount for Denuvo's initial authentication. Ensure your connection is robust and consider temporarily changing your DNS servers to Google DNS 8.8.8.8.8.8.4.4 or Cloudflare DNS 1.1.1.1.0.0.1 to rule out regional DNS resolution issues. DNS conflicts can impede communication with Denuvo servers. 10. Change Steam download region. Sometimes, regional Steam servers can experience congestion or specific issues affecting game authentication. In Steam settings, under the Downloads tab, try changing your download region to a nearby but different server location. Restart Steam after applying the change for it to take effect. 11. Synchronize system clock time and date. Denuvo and other DRM systems often rely on an accurate system clock for timestamp verification and license checks. Ensure your Windows system time and date are automatically synchronized with an internet time server. Incorrect time settings can lead to verification failures. 12. Monitor for Denuvo server status updates. In rare cases, Denuvo's own authentication servers might experience outages or maintenance, affecting all games using the DRM. While no public status page exists, monitoring gaming news outlets or community forums might provide information on widespread Denuvo-related issues. If it's a server-side problem, waiting is the only recourse. 13. Disable Steam overlay and other in-game overlays. Overlays from Steam, Discord, GeForce Experience, or other applications can sometimes interfere with game processes, including DRM checks. Disable the Steam overlay for 007 First Light via its properties in the Steam library, and close any other applications running overlays. This reduces potential software conflicts. 14. Temporarily disconnect other peripherals. In very specific scenarios, certain USB peripherals or devices might cause unexpected software conflicts, albeit rarely with DRM. As a diagnostic step, try disconnecting non-essential peripherals like extra controllers, webcams, or specialized input devices before launching the game. 15. Perform a clean reinstallation of 007 First Light. As a last resort for client-side issues, a complete reinstallation can resolve deeply embedded corruption or misconfigurations. Uninstall the game via Steam, then manually delete any remaining game files or folders from the installation directory before proceeding with a fresh download and install. 16. Contact the shared account provider. If you are using a shared Steam account, direct communication with the seller or provider is crucial. They might have specific instructions for navigating Denuvo's limitations, alternative accounts, or scheduled times for access to minimize conflicts with other users. They are best equipped to manage their specific sharing model. 17. Consider purchasing the game permanent solution. The most robust and permanent solution to Denuvo-related shared account issues is to purchase 007 First Light on your personal Steam account. This eliminates all shared account conflicts, Denuvo activation limits for your primary device, and ensures uninterrupted access to the game. While an investment, it guarantees a seamless experience. 18. Monitor for game sales and discounts. If purchasing the game outright is your preferred path, but budget is a concern, closely monitor Steam sales events, especially seasonal ones like the summer sale, autumn sale, or winter sale. Newly released games like 007 First Light may receive discounts surprisingly quickly, offering a more affordable acquisition. 19. Update graphics drivers. Although less directly related to Denuvo verification, outdated graphics drivers can cause various game launch issues that might indirectly present as authentication problems. Ensure your GPU drivers are up to date by downloading the latest version directly from NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel's official websites. 20. Check for Windows operating system updates. An outdated or unpatched Windows operating system can sometimes lead to compatibility issues with games and their DRM components. Navigate to Windows Update Settings and ensure your system is fully updated with the latest security patches and feature releases. A stable OS foundation is crucial for gaming. Tackling the purchase not verified error in 007 First Light, especially when Denuvo and shared accounts are involved, requires a systematic approach and patience. By methodically working through these deep technical solutions, you significantly increase your chances of overcoming this frustrating barrier and enjoying your game. Don't forget to follow Tenabalta for more in-depth technical guides and gaming solutions.